One of my main goals of this entire YouTube channel is to help you to not buy crap. So what I do is I buy stuff and then I figure out whether it's crap or not. So today we are focusing on Amazon gadgets, different things that are supposed to help make our lives easier as makeup and skincare users. I have 5 different products I'm going to share with you today, so if you are interested in whether these are worth your money or not, hang tight, we are jumping into it right now. I have a small tragedy to share with you in that I've already recorded about half of this video and then realized that my audio wasn't on, so some of the products are already open. I was trying to do an unboxing, so what I'll do is I'll insert the actual unboxing over top of it so you can see, but it might be a little confusing, so I figured I will let you know ahead of time what happened with that. So the first thing I want to show you is a Beauty Blender dupe. As you know, the Beauty Blender is a very, very popular makeup tool. It is also 20 bucks. There are tons of dupes out there, some more expensive than others. My favorites, I actually really do love the original Beauty Blender, but I also really love the one from Ulta Beauty, and I love the one from Shop Miss A, the AOA Paw Paw Beauty Sponge. So I purchased a little set of beauty sponges that were very, very inexpensive because I wanted to see if this would end up saving us money on beauty sponges, because as you know, you can only keep beauty sponges for so long. I personally keep mine for about 3 months if I'm washing it regularly. So it's easy to go through them, and at $20 a pop, that can add up very, very fast. I did already try the red one, but I want you to see it with audio, so we'll try the blue one together. If you are not interested in the beauty sponges, I will have timestamps down below if you prefer to watch this more like an informational nonfiction text. You can skip ahead to the items that you're most interested in, but we're gonna jump into these beauty sponges and see if they're just as good for this very, very, very low cost per sponge. Y'all, I found another headband. I've been wearing my Makeup Revolution Shrek Ears headband, and like, it's cute for a minute, and then, I don't know, I'm just getting annoyed by it. So I found this. This was actually sent to me by Teamy Blends as part of a sponsored video that I did with them, and I forgot I had it, and I found it in my skincare drawer, and it goes with my shirt really well. It's so cute. I feel totes adorbs with this. So let me turn on my mirror. I have a little bowl of water, so I don't have to go over to the sink to wet my sponge. It does say in the directions for this that some of the color might come out due to the dyes. Really, it's just making my water just a little bit foggy, but it's definitely not turning blue in any way, so that's a good thing. What I'm noticing right away is that it's definitely more tough than the beauty sponges that I'm used to using, especially the AOA Paw Paw one. That one is the softest blender ever, and I really like that. I think it feels really nice, but I know some of you like a more firm beauty sponge, so this one would be it. Let's compare sizes real quick. So that is how much the product expanded when wet. Here's a wet Paw Paw blender, so you can see the size difference there. And I don't currently have an Ulta Beauty one or a regular beauty blender. I'm sorry. I just have like some random off-brands in my drawer that I don't even know what they are. So I can't compare them. I can't even, it's kind of useless. So let's go ahead and jump into using this. We're going to start, I should put on primer first. Let's do the e.l.f. Mineral Infused Face Primer. And a little bit of Pretty Fresh foundation by ColourPop. Now, one thing I noticed about this foundation, you have to tell me if you notice the same thing, is that the full pump of foundation is way too much for my face. It's like double, so I usually only press it down about half as much, and then if I feel like I need more, I add more later. And then whether I'm using a sponge or a brush, I always grab the extra little bit of foundation off of my hand, just because I feel like maybe it'll make it to my face, maybe. It is working just the way that I would expect it to. Again, it's just not quite as soft as some other beauty sponges, but it's not bad. It feels pretty nice. It just feels a little bit more, I don't know what you call it, like it's just a little bit more, not plasticky. Plasticky isn't the right word, but it's just not as spongy. It's more silicone-y feeling than the spongy feeling. And every time I do my foundation on camera, people ask me why I go for my lips, and it's just because I've been doing it forever. Like, there's really no purpose. I'm just gonna be honest with you. They used to tell us that it made our lipstick last longer, but I think that's been debunked. I'm gonna add just a little bit more for here and here, a little bit more here, and a little bit more there. I mean, it's working very, very well. And like I said, I do not want to spend $20 every couple of months. I find that when I'm spending more on a beauty sponge, I end up using it longer because I don't want to throw it away. And then I'm using a funky beauty blender, and that's just not good. It's not good for the skin, and it just grows when it comes down to it. I'm going to rinse out my water, and I want to see how much foundation this picked up. I just realized I said rinsed out my water, which makes absolutely no sense, but you knew exactly what I meant. I know you did. Let's see. So it doesn't look like there is a ton of product coming out of this, because sometimes a lot of foundation will come out of these things, and it's just a little bit. So it looks like most of it was just on the surface of it. So that's good that it didn't absorb a ton of product. So first impression of these is I think they work great. I think they're a great alternative to other sponges. Just be aware that it's not as soft as some of the other really inexpensive sponges that are out there. I had tried this beauty sponge in my no audio video. So this I have not tried yet. I just opened it and then I realized. So this is the Vertex Professional Eyeliner Stencil, and it looks like this. And after I bought this, I was like, I wonder if anybody's reviewed any of these products before. And I noticed that Manny MUA reviewed this about a year ago, but his skill level is totally different than mine. He's like here and I'm like very mid. I'm very mid. So I'm curious to see if it'll work as well for me as it did for him. So what you're supposed to do, and this is the issue that I have with my eyeliner, is my eyeliner they're always sisters, they're never twins. I have trouble with the angle because when I'm looking at it, the right side and the left side, I just have trouble making them exact. So I'm hoping that I'll be able to use this to really help me to make them really even rather than slightly the angle being off. I know that you're supposed to kind of point it toward the end of your brow, but I feel like that's too high of an angle for my eyeliner. So what I'm probably going to do is make it be about here because that's just a personal preference thing. But before we do that, I need to get to the point in my makeup routine where I'm ready for eyeliner. So hang tight. 1, 2, 3. All right, we are there. We are at the point. How's my blending? Fine. Not fabulous, but fine. I was going to use a black pot of eyeliner, but I hadn't used it in so long that it dried up. I found this one. This was from the Teresa's Dead Lethal Cosmetics collection. This is in the shade Galactic Goo, and it's this gorgeous, gorgeous deep green shade. Oh, by the way, very important to tell you. So my eyeshadow today is the new ColourPop 1111 collection. I just played with the mattes today, kind of stayed away from the foiled shades, but so far, of course, like all ColourPop shadows, I love ColourPop shadows. I know not everybody loves them, but I really enjoy them, really enjoying this palette. And I did want to let you know that I did get the full Sailor Moon collection from ColourPop, and y'all know I don't know anything about Sailor Moon. I don't feel like I'm the right person to review this, so this video has now become a giveaway. Yay! So if you are interested in the entire Sailor Moon collection, I have it all in here. It is all of the things. I'm not even going to open up the whole thing. I'll put a picture of it on the screen for you. I'm not going to include anything else. It's just going to be this box packaged up with your address on it. If you have been to one of my giveaways before, you know how it works. But if you do not know, I have an email address set up specifically for giveaways, and you are just going to email anything you want, something nice, because if you're mean to me, you're automatically disqualified. If I pick your name and it says something mean, then you don't win. Is what it comes down to. So it can just be enter me. It doesn't have to be complicated. It can be a message. It's whatever you want. And just email the email address that's on the screen right now. It's also going to be in the video description. And I don't collect these email addresses for any other reason. It's literally just a way for me to email you back and let you know you've won. When I used to do them in the YouTube comment section, so often, I would say at least 25% of the time, the person wouldn't respond. And because they just didn't get notification and didn't realize that they'd won, 100% of the time people have claimed their prizes this way, which makes me so, so happy. So just know I'm not selling your email address. I'm not collecting an email list. I'm not doing anything. It's literally just getting dumped into the box, and the only purpose is so that I can contact you quickly and easily. If anybody says you've won in the comment section down below, it's not me. They're lying. I will not tell you that you've won down there. But what I will do is once I've picked a winner in about 3 days or so, I will put in the video description the person who did win and claim claim their prize. And let's go ahead and make this international, because I know not everybody can get ColourPop where you are. So as long as you are over 18 or have your parents' permission, then you can enter. So there you go. Giveaway. You never know when it's gonna happen on this channel. You never know. So let's go ahead and get into this eyeliner tool. I'm gonna turn my magnification mirror over so I can really see what I'm doing. And I think I'm going to kind of angle it this way. My question is will I be able to hold everything and do all of the things at the same time? I think I'll be able to. So we'll just kind of angle it like that. And I also like that there is a little ruler on there so I know how far I went. We'll go right to there. This, by the way, is the Sigma E65 brush. This is such a fun color. And then we'll color it in. So far, with this eye, I'm really liking how it came out. And I like this better than like stencils that I've used in the past, because I feel like with stencils, it always ends up looking just not what I'm going for. But using it as a guide is very nice. Ooh, it's printed on both sides. Yay! Oh, I love that. I'm gonna wipe it off just to make sure I don't get any remnants from the other side anywhere on my skin that I don't want them. And let's do the other side. Now the trick is gonna be making it angle the same. Okay, this is the same issue I usually have. So what I did was I went like this, and I kind of went toward that last brow hair. So let's see if I can do the same thing on this side, toward that last brow hair. There we go. Does that look even? I hope so. Okay. And then, gonna go like this. And right there is where I stopped. Okay. Bloop, 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 bloop. I think this might be the most even my eyeliner has ever been. Like ever in the history of my channel. We'll have to see though. I'm going to use this every time now. I love this so much. I love it so much. Yay! That's so cool. I mean, I know it's simple. The thing is it's simple. It's not like, I mean, it's a little freaking piece of plastic, but it's just the design of it I really, really like a lot. I might even be able to do eyeliner on Instagram now. The little thing of it being printed on both sides, the little ruler, is so wonderful. Like if they hadn't done that, this would have not been as good, because I can see exactly how long my wing is supposed to be on both sides. They match perfectly. Oh my gosh. So if you have shaky hands, which I know a lot of people do, if you balance this hand here, so you've got this stabilized, then you balance this hand on this hand, and then draw the line, that could solve a problem for a lot of people that just their hands are just so shaky to do winged eyeliner. And it's like, it's so freaking cheap. So it's like, even if it doesn't work, Amazon's got a great return policy. Get your $5 back, you know? All right, let's go ahead and move on to the next tool, which is this guy right here. This is a mascara finishing comb. So the idea behind this is it says that you remove too much mascara to better create beautiful eyelashes. So let's go ahead and try this. I actually showed this to Phoenix, and Phoenix was like, ooh, I want that. And I'm like, you can't steal it. Buy your own. I'm making Phoenix buy stuff now, like earning money and buying stuff, because they're 15. They can do that at this point. So if you want one, you can borrow mine, but you can't have it. If it even works, we'll see. So it looks quite dangerous. It is metal here. Definitely metal. Let me put it on with no mascara and see how it feels. Okay, all right. I see my lashes going through it. We'll see how that goes. I have never tried the Too Faced Better Than Sex chocolate version of their mascara, and they were kind enough to send that over. I just got it this week in PR, so I figured we would play with it, and I think it'll look pretty with the green mascara. And also, Better Than Sex is kind of known to be clumpy, so we will see. If you've never seen this before, this is the wands. And let us apply the mascara. And if it's not clumpy enough, maybe I can add something else to it to make it clumpier. Yeah, it's not really clumpy. That's interesting because usually this formula is pretty clumpy. It might also be because it's brand new. And it's actually not giving me a whole lot. I think that's also because of the color too. I think the color, the black really is more poppin' than any brown mascara has ever been, or any colored mascara really. Okay, we're gonna leave this at 3 coats, and I just got an idea. Let's do the Better Than Sex Foreplay Mascara Primer. And if you saw my favorites and fails countdown for this month, I mentioned that the Foreplay Primer is really supposed to be used before mascara, but what I'm finding is that it really is good sandwiched between 2 applications of mascara. That's where the magic seems to be happening. So we're gonna put that on, which is gonna deepen the whole thing because this mascara primer is black. Oof. Look how clumpy. Okay, we're starting to get some clumps here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my little brush, my little comby thingy, and let's comb it out. What my big concern about this is that it's going to remove too much mascara, or that I'm going to stab myself in the eyeball, which would also be awful. I mean, it's definitely working. But it's not going through each individual lash. It can't find the individual lashes. So it is making some of them stick together even more. But you can see it definitely pulled some of the clumps out. Let me go ahead and put this back on over top and see what happens. I really like this sandwiched because now I'm getting that brown, but you can actually see my lashes. This is fun, man. I love this video. This is so fun. I love when I'm filming and I'm like, I am just having the best time making this video. So let me go ahead and I'm going to put one more coat on and then let's comb it. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Okay. And then we'll put one more on this side and I'll show you the difference between the 2 sides. And I'm not guaranteeing my eyelashes are identical on both sides either, but just so you can see the difference because I did not comb my left eye. But other than that, they're the same. So let me show you. Let me get real close. So this one's the comb and this is no comb. Do you see a difference? You're up way closer than I am, so you'll be able to see better than I can. I feel like the one with the comb looks better. Like, is it so much better? No, but I definitely feel like I look like I have more lashes on that side because it's separated them out. So you can see more individual lashes, which makes the overall look prettier. I don't think anybody but me, or if I was doing like an Instagram post or something like that, would notice. Like, I don't think the general, like anybody looking would notice, but I can definitely tell a difference and I really like it. I'm shocked. This has been such a win so far. What is happening? So I have 2 more things to share with you, but I'm going to switch over to my swatch camera because I want to do it on the table so that you can really see what's happening. The next item I want to show you is this one. I don't get to travel as much as I would love to travel. Like most of us, you know, we have life and we can't just travel as much as we want. But when I do, I have had in the past where my skincare bottles or my makeup bottles have exploded, either through rough handling of the bag or because I didn't package them properly. So I got these. They're like little rubber covers that you put over bottles to help protect them, to make sure that they don't explode in travel. So I'm going to show you that. I also got one of these makeup brush cleaners. Upon purchasing this, I did not have high hopes. But I've always wanted to buy one of these and try it. So I figured we would do it together and see whether it's worth your money. It did cost me about 20 bucks. So I mean, that is a significant investment in something that's going to be crap. And I want to help you not to buy crap. So let's go ahead and zoom in on my swatch table and we'll do a little demo of these 2 to see if they're worth your money. So let us try these out and see if they actually will protect my luggage from freaking foundation spilling everywhere. If you've ever had that happen to you, you know how much of a freaking mess it can make. And anything to avoid that will make me very happy. So let's see, do we have different sizes here? Let's look. It looks like they're all the same size. I was kind of hoping they'd be different sizes. So let's start with Kosas foundation.
This seems to work really well on this particular size. We're going to try a bunch of different sizes though. And it's definitely snug. It takes a little bit to get it. Ugh. This is looking really inappropriate all of a sudden. I did not consider that. But yes, that one fits beautifully, but that was the one I was expecting to fit. Let's try something a little bit different, this Too Faced foundation. Yeah. We are good to go. Woohoo! So I know that you can probably use this actually for lots of different things. You can use this for skincare as well. I do have some skincare where I've kind of lost the tops. So that would probably be good. Let's see. Oh. Okay, so this is definitely loose. This is not going to hold on. I mean, I guess you could put it on anyway, but this is slipping off really easily. You could kind of pack it tight, so just in case something happened to it. Yeah, okay, so there is a limitation to it, and I think we've hit it. Let's try this big Lisa Eldridge foundation. Yes. Yeah, this is going to be good. So really, we're talking the smaller stuff is not going to work, obviously. But I wanted to see where the limitation was, and it's here. Let's try a little bit bigger of a tube. Oh my gosh. It is, I mean, if you have any kind of fine motor difficulties, if you have trouble gripping, this is going to be extremely difficult. Really, that's the hardest part, is gripping it, holding it, and pulling it. So if you have hand strength problems, or if you have arthritis, it's probably going to be pretty painful to use these. Yeah, this one would probably be fine because nobody's going to be really tugging on it. It's really just needs to stay on there through banging and all of that. And I do have this. This I should probably throw away. It is so old. I would dare to say this is at least 4 years old. This should probably be in the trash, but it is great for this experiment to see if these caps will work on something of this size. Okay. Oh, did I already rip it? Look, I already ripped it. There's a little hole in it, so don't be rough with it. Have we resorted to calling these condoms yet? Have you started calling them condoms? So this one it's definitely not staying on. So look at the difference in girth with these two. We're looking for this kind of girth, not this kind of girth. Size does matter, just so you know. I did have one more I wanted to show you, and it is a bit of a smaller bottle, and we can see the size difference here. It is a little bit bigger. Let's see where the line is. Okay. That's staying on really well. So really it's not that far off as far as the size of it. This one does not work. This one does. So you can see where the line is. So overall, am I happy that I have these? Oh my gosh, absolutely. Because you never know as far as luggage goes, how your luggage is going to be treated once you check it. And with the limits on liquids going into a carry-on, I definitely need to protect my liquids when they go into my bag. And having a mess to clean up when you first arrive at your destination and you're really trying to do something else is just not the most fun thing to do. So the only ones that failed were these guys here. Overall, I feel like it fit a variety of different tubes and bottles. And again, you can apply this to anything that may be a liquid tube or bottle. It doesn't have to be foundation. I just happen to have a bunch of foundations down here. But there's definitely a size limit to how effective these are going to be. So makeup brush cleaner time. Let's see if this thing actually works. Okay, they've got inside the little user's guide. I will definitely read that. Here is the little bowl. And if you do not know this about me, I absolutely hate cleaning my makeup brushes. I usually rack up a lot of brushes before I break down and clean them. I did have 1 month, maybe 2 months, where I was regularly cleaning brushes weekly. Even if I didn't clean them all, I was like, even if I just clean, a handful of brushes every week, at least that's something. It's better than nothing. Yeah, I stopped doing that. So I'm hoping this will motivate me to clean my brushes more often instead of just gathering a collection of brushes. So it does, of course, have the little USB adapter thingy that I'm going to plug into my computer, and hopefully that will work. Okay. Well, ooh, it's working. Is there not an on-off? What is happening? Why is it just going? I didn't turn it on. Is there... Stop. Stop. I didn't tell you to go. Who told you to do that? Nobody told you to do that. What is happening? Let's see what the directions say. Maybe it'll be less confusing if I read the directions. So removable silicone bowl, rotor, the on-off switch is on the side and it's flat. That's why I didn't realize I was pushing it. It's literally right there, but it's flush against. It's just like a touch. Okay. All right. Well, that's that. So you're supposed to add water and cleanser until the container is half full. I will not push the button. I will not push the button while I'm doing this. I could have sworn that I had Sigma brush cleaner somewhere, but I think I might have used the ones that I really liked and then given away other ones. Because people come to me and they're like, Jen, do you have this? Do you have that? And it's like, yeah, and then I give it away. So this is a facial cleanser that I've had sitting around for a hot minute. We're just going to use that and hopefully that will be sufficient, but we need to take into consideration that I did that and that this is not meant to be a brush cleaner. However, I have seen people use face cleansers to wash brushes. I've seen people use Dial soap, which of course I have none of. Let's start with the less intimidating eyeshadow brush that is clearly extremely dirty. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm going to turn it on and hopefully it doesn't splash. Okay, it's not splashing. I see. So the deal is you're supposed to kind of rub it on the bottom of it. On those little bubbly guys that were at the bottom. I feel like it's not really... I don't know, it's working, it's just taking a little while. So if you don't have the ability to, clean brushes, the way that people traditionally do, but you do have the ability to just hold the brush. See, look, it is clean. It is clean, it just took a minute. And I'm holding the brush at different angles too, so that you can't see it because it's dirty water, but I'm holding the brush at different angles, so I think that helps too. The only thing is doesn't this need to be rinsed now? Because it's got soapy water all over it? Probably. You know what? We can just keep a little cup of rinse water here and just kind of go like that and give it a little rinse. But I mean, it's very clean. That worked way better than I thought it would. It just took a little while. Ideally, drying brushes should be done straight down so that water doesn't get into the ferrule. We'll do the foundation brush last because I don't think that's going to work. Let's try a blush brush. So that's where we're looking before it goes in. And then we're gonna just... See, this is something like I could sit, instead of focusing on washing the brush, I could sit and watch something. I could, have a Kindle up and reading a book. I could be doing all kinds of things while this is happening. I honestly didn't think it would work this well, but I think giving it a little turn and letting it get inside the bristles, so that it hits inside, I think is making a huge difference. I actually really like this. And that's pretty freaking clean, man. Let us do a dirty ass Sigma F80, their flat kabuki brush, because this is a fabulous brush that I use all of the time and it is filthy. So last brush we'll try. The other thing too, when I'm cleaning brushes, a lot of times my hands will start drying out because of the cleanser on my hands, and this helps me. Oh, are you serious right now? Are you freaking serious? This is actually working really well. I am shocked. I did not think. Anyway, I was going to finish my sentence and then I got shocked. So usually I'll kind of rub it on my hand or I'll rub it on a mat and my hands are just in the water for a long period of time and it dries out my skin. So this helps to avoid it drying out my skin. Here, let me rinse. Okay, so we're rinsing out quite a bit of that foundation in there, but look at that. Are you serious right now? I am shocked that it worked that well. I didn't think there was going to be enough pressure from the spin. I genuinely didn't. Look at that. It works. I'm so impressed. Genuinely. That is fabulous. Okay, I'm going to dump this water out and be right back. And it looks like we can just remove the silicone bowl. How easy is that to remove? Pretty easy. Cool. And I will dump that in here. And we're going to get some fresh water and then let's try a beauty blender. See, the thing is it doesn't look aggressive. It doesn't look like it's aggressive enough. I thought it would be too gentle. This may be a little bit too much because, like, honestly, beauty blenders are not that hard to clean. Just put a little cleanser on my hand, or I'll rub it in one of those solid cleansers. And it really doesn't take very long or that much effort. But maybe this is cleaning this better because look how filthy this was. Oh my gosh, it was so gross. There we go. It's looking good. It's looking good. Let me dip it in this water and see. So there is a little bit coming out in there. So it's definitely important to rinse these afterward. But I mean, that looks pretty good. I'm quite happy with the cleanliness of that. So final verdict, do you need this? Absolutely not. But I do think that it's nice and it definitely works. So I think for people that have especially dry skin that don't like to expose their skin to so much soap, this is a great way to do that. You're definitely going to need something other than a paper towel to dry these on, some kind of silicone mat or something, because there really is no way to get all of the water off. It really did a wonderful job getting the product out of all of the brushes. So this is another huge win. I am so impressed.
Shameless plug very quickly, just in case you didn't see what's up in makeup this past weekend, the Mad Marshmallows and Cocoa and Soy Toasted Campfire Marshmallow Candle is still available on cocoandsoy.com. Scent on this, because it is a collaboration with my marshmallow company, Mad Marshmallows, is the Toasted Marshmallow and Campfire scent, and it smells freaking amazing. You really get hit with that marshmallow scent, but then when you burn it, that's when it really starts smelling like a toasted marshmallow, specifically, like you're standing over the campfire and you've got your toasted marshmallow and you just smell it before you bite it. That's the smell of this candle. Thank you so much to everybody that has ordered candles so far from Tiffany. She is so happy. She's just a local Maryland maker that I absolutely adore. If you didn't get in on it, Tiffany is cranking through the orders. She's going to get them to you as fast as possible. And there is an alternative label to this that is her design for Cocoa and Soy that is also available if you're interested in this but don't want the Mad Marshmallows label.
Y'all, I am pleasantly surprised with this video. I genuinely thought we would at least have one hard fail out of all of these, and we did not. So let's just do a quick summary of my final thoughts on all of these for a first impression. So the beauty sponges, I do like them. I think that they're really good. I feel like they are a little hard, but they're not so hard. Like, they don't feel bad. It's just they're a little more firm than what I'm used to, but that's just me nitpicking because I have tried some that are a little bit softer that I happen to like better. I would say this is just a little bit more firm than a traditional beauty blender. So if you're used to those, you may not even notice the difference, to be honest. I have tried some that are significantly harder than this that I really don't like. These are very nice. The eyeliner thing, I freaking love this because I am not a makeup artist. I don't have an artist's eye. I was not blessed with that. I am fully aware I've had this channel for 11 years, but I have no aspirations of being a makeup artist. I like reviewing makeup. There is a significant difference. I like reviewing it for people that aren't makeup artists, and I feel like I do that pretty well. So this, I feel like, is for me, or for anyone that's like me that wants to make their eyeliner be a little bit more perfect and you're just not able to do that on your own. This little tool, freaking awesome. Now, I do want to try this for contouring, like for like the cheek contour thing. I do not contour my nose, so I was not going to show you a nose contour because I don't do that. It looks stupid on me. Even Scott Barnes, when I met Scott Barnes, told me, don't contour your nose. It's not going to look good. So I trust that, professionals know these things. But I really feel like the way that I like to do bronzer and or contouring, I don't really need a line thing because I don't do it very specifically. Like, I don't really need a solid line. I just kind of moosh it on. And I don't know. I'm just not that artsy, man. I'm just really not. I used to try to do all the things that people were doing with the bake. I gave up. So if you end up buying this and you
use the contour side, come back and let me know what you thought of it, or even just what you thought of the eyeliner side. The next product I showed you was the eyelash comb. Freaking love this. Really didn't expect to love it. Thought it was kind of hokey, unnecessary, but I see the benefit of it. I see the benefit in that, you know, it really does make you look like you have more lashes when they're separated. And I know that's kind of like a duh gen kind of situation, but you know, I didn't think that it would really make that big of a difference. And I do think that it does, at least to me looking up close. Like I said, I don't know if anybody else would notice unless I was putting up like a picture on Instagram or something. I don't think anybody else would notice. But for me, I'm definitely going to keep using this, and I will let Phoenix know that they should just buy one themselves. It's only $5. And then finally, the makeup brush cleaner. Very pleasantly surprised. I don't think this does a better job than hand washing without it. But if you like this and you like what it does, and you like that it's spinny, and you like that you don't have to go like this with your arm, and you know, maybe you have limitations or whatever where you can't do, you know, the traditional makeup cleansing of your brushes for whatever reason, this may be a good alternative. It's very mindless. So I feel like I could watch a show, you know, watch a Netflix show on my laptop while I'm cleaning my brushes a lot easier than I would if I was cleaning them by hand at the sink. And you know what I'm going to do after this is I think I'm going to go clean the rest of my brushes because it needs to get done. It needs to get done, and it's fun, and it makes it less miserable for me because I know my hands aren't getting dried out, and you know, it's a lot more mindless, I feel like, because it's the thing is doing the work for you instead of you constantly having to look and see if you're doing it well. You know that the machine is going to do it well by itself. So that makes me really, really happy. Hello, Editing Jen here. I did in fact wash all of my brushes after I stopped filming, and I have a couple more things I want to share with you. First, I do think this does do just as good of a job as hand washing with a cleansing mat, which is what I usually do. I feel like the holding of the brush so that the bubbly things at the bottom of the bowl hit into the brush really gets them nice and clean. But to add, I do think this is honestly better than a cleansing mat when cleaning foundation brushes because those bubbles really hit hard inside the brush and it gets the foundation out of the middle of the brush, which I feel like is sometimes hard to do with hand washing. The second thing on a more negative note is that this is not as passive as I thought it would be, specifically because of how frequently you need to change out the water. So even with that rinse tub that I had, I found that I was dumping the water really frequently. So that being said, I still really like this and will continue to use it, but just next time I'm going to do it next to the sink instead of trying to be cocky and doing it on a table away from a sink, just because of the faster access to swishing out the water. I don't know what I was thinking, but now I know it definitely still needs to be done next to a sink just because the water gets dirty really fast, obviously. So I just wanted to clarify that was my learning experience. So I just wanted to add that into the review. I thought it would be helpful. And now let's get back to the video. Overall, this video was such a huge freaking win. I'm shocked, honestly. I'm shocked. I'm pleasantly surprised. I'm very happy. But at this point, my friend, it is your turn in the collective brain of makeup awesomeness where we help each other not to buy crap and to buy things that are totally worth it. If you've tried any of these things that I've mentioned, please let me know in the comment section down below. I would love to know your thoughts on the things I tried today. If you've never tried them, are you interested in trying them? Have you tried alternatives to this that have worked really well for you? Anything you have to say, I would love to hear your thoughts down in the comments. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please hit the thumbs up button. It really does help me out so much. And if you would like to hang out just a little bit longer, YouTube should be recommending a couple videos for you right over here to watch, including one that I picked out for you special that I think you'll like. Down at the bottom, YouTube's gonna pick the top one based on your viewing history. But if you do need to go, I'll get it. It is no problem at all. You got stuff to do. Thank you for hanging out as long as you did. And mad love to you, and I will see you in a video very soon. Bye!